Yeah. Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries, everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries today.
Holy cow.
No lights, the check is in the mail. And your little lights, the check is in the mail. And your third fiance didn't show.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name,
and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see
Take it away.
All the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And you shrink right off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. You wanna go where people know people aren't all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Look at this baby.
Also, I was looking in the garbage for some food.
Hi. Oh my God!
Everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came.
All 10 locks.
Where everybody knows your name.
Nothing Fuentes is more afraid of than a girl.
And they're always glad you came.
I'd have to ask. I'm sure they'd be fine with it.
Good evening, everybody.
I mean, I've seen America First a few times, but I'm not exactly like, I'm not like a fan of you. I won't consider you a friend. You know what I mean?
How about that? How about that? The future of the white race. Ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we'll play the other intro and we'll be right back.
Matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable.
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh, yes.
A fat girl one time.
Most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list
And
for
I'm
the
not talking
ambrosia
like,
vaccine,
she was sort of
he was
like
so
chubby
willing it
or
was
a bit of a
almost
porker. No, I'm talking.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over to the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll take us.
They sure love that guy.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around. And the classes are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think.
Yeah, a little rusty with
the
streaming, but
bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
World that time long ago. We are the future.
Any other problems?
NATO?
Forged by executive order after the terror strike of the statue.
Making it rain.
Someone in place though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He'd be locating the abandoned bird.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The Unification Project.
Among other things, but I must admit that I've been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months.
You fuck with Trump?
My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
the mini boss.
We had to endure much, you and I, but soon. Order. UH. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill soon.
You know, it was at once
city will be a reality.
horrifying and hypnotic. It was like the weirdest fucking experience. Yeah, it was funny as fuck.
This is extremely dangerous. to our democracy.
You think your stupid little podcast is going to change the world?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Show. It is July 28th, 2026. And how about following that news lately? All of the news. We've got a Hunter Biden interview with Nick Fuentes, of all people. They're trying to sell him hard. But we've got that. We've got all sorts of crazy... So much shit has happened since the last time I have gone live, right? Long story short, the neocons have persuaded the rest of Congress to sell out their country and go to war on behalf of Israel. And Iran responded by bombing them for about an entire month, non-stop. It was something else. But, catch up with chat here. Good to see everybody. I think I've got to leave it where it's at. So let's go ahead and do Opera. Boom. All right. We'll put up a news chyron. I believe the news chyron was from the last show that I ended up not doing. So this is all old news, but it did happen. All right, that should do. All right. So first off, we have to celebrate the life and the memory, the legacy. I was gonna say legacy, but guess what? He doesn't have a legacy. Lindsey Graham is fucking dead. Go fuck yourself, Lindsey Graham. Burning in hell currently as we speak. Maybe even boiling in excrement. Who knows? It depends on the imagination of the person. And of course, Lindsey Graham was a senator, I believe. Was it a congressman? For America. And we'll briefly go over the type of man Lindsey Graham was. What he was truly passionate about wasn't serving his constituents here in America, but rather getting young men to go die for things that they that they had no benefit from. To just go die. Let's see. Spends entire adult life focused on going to war with Iran. Gives up all dignity to pursue it. Finally gets war with Iran. Watches Iran win. Immediately fucking dies. You really have to appreciate that. Fuck you, Lindsey Graham. We're lighting one up for Lindsey Graham here today. Go fuck yourself. And, I hope it was worth it. Was it worth it, Lindsey? His name's Lindsey. That's like having the name Gaylord. Lindsey Graham. It's like the people in charge of controlling the world went, you know what? We'll let you have a little bit of wealth, but you're going to have some stupid-ass fucking name like Lindsey Graham. Here we go. So there's all sorts of crazy shit's just been happening left and right. It's been almost impossible to try to keep up with it. Where do we even start? We've got Lindsey Graham dies. U.S. intelligence to merge with Israel's according to Section 219. Now this has been the big news on the alt-right social media, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, your people like your boomer politicians, your political grifters, everybody has been talking about Section 219. And from what I've seen, it's merging of databases. So what they are effectively are superiors now, right? Big shocker. Big shocker. We've got the rebirth of Jeffrey Epstein. Let's go ahead and start there. I'll let everybody kind of catch up here. But we're in the Saturday Night Live version of our world events. Everything that's going on. Everything's just a shadow of its former self. It's like somewhere out there an angel has been given its wings. Maybe even the angel of death. Palm Beach Pete. We've got the Fuentes Hunter Biden interview. Donald Trump just collapsed right in the middle of the public eye, and then everyone just moves the fuck on. There's a video where he has what appears to be a body double behind him. Oh man, we have Ben Shapiro versus Tucker. We've got a few things I just wanted to take a look at, things that have given me a couple of chuckles over the past couple of months. We had endless footage of Tel Aviv just getting bombed by Iran nonstop. Like, they just did not give a fuck. Like, my lock screen for my phone was a randomization of 10 different clips of bombs falling on Tel Aviv. It was fucking hilarious. Okay, so I'm not sure if anyone's completely caught up with our Jeffrey Epstein impersonator, Palm Beach Pete. Now, Palm Beach Pete has already made the rotations on a lot of the podcasts to just go, hey, I swear I'm just not Jeffrey Epstein. He's very obviously throwing his voice off just a little bit and seeing if anyone calls him out on it. No one calls him out on it. So he's been generating ad revenue using like stake.com. You'll see what I mean.
Dude, no way, he's live.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for coming to the party.
I thought there was a party. What's going on here? I thought you were having a lot of people. Dude, what is all this? Oh, it's pizza. I love pizza.
Dude, what is he doing? Oh my god, I'm gonna win so much money. This is insane.
Let's go!
Okay, that's good. He has a ton of these videos, a ton of them. I'm doing really well. I've been better, I've been worse, but such is the nature of the beast. Yeah, you know. So we'll go to some of the other videos that he's been publishing. Now, this man is running for mayor of Palm Beach.
Not right.
Okay, so people see him out. He'll be Jeffrey Epstein's out, right? Driving. This is so nutty to me. I can't believe this is reality. Like, this is the world we live in. That they've been really trying to jump the shark, so to speak. So Jeffrey Epstein's out pretending to be Jeffrey Epstein, or not to be Jeffrey Epstein, in his convertible. And everyone who drives by him goes, "Hey, Jeff, what's up?" And he'll immediately...
Jeffrey. It's not my name.
Yeah, well, if that wasn't my name, I wouldn't turn around immediately as soon as someone says, "Hey, bro, Johnny Cage. You've got to try really hard to get my fucking attention. If I'm out in public, I'm doing something else, and you're not in reality, you're not even there as far as I'm concerned." But I love how Jeffrey Epstein, human trafficker, pedophile, is sitting here virtue signaling was not the right word. He's like, "I can't believe people are calling me Jeffrey. Isn't that fucked up?
That's
It's
Palm.
disrespectful. Not right.
Jeffrey.
It's not my name. I don't answer to Jeff. Palm Beach Pete.
But you did. You just then. And then you're responding with this video too on top of that. So you're responding twice. So listen, buddy. Nobody's buying it. We all know you're Jeffrey Epstein. We all know that you're what? Take a look at that guy and tell me that that's the guy from Quantum Leap or something. That's not the guy from Quantum Leap. That's Jeffrey Epstein. No fuck. It's starting to kind of get to him. Because he's getting dental surgery now. It's really getting into his fucking head.
Beach Pete, he's at the dentist's office, and I'm using my steak winnings to get new teeth so I can fix my bottom teeth so people don't compare me to that ugly human being. Hey, guys.
And you could tell he's having fun with this. There's no fucking way that this guy doesn't wake up every single morning and immediately run to social media to see if everyone's gonna fucking finally, like, Leo Frank his ass. Alright. But, yeah, hey, okay, so this is the one thing I was going to point out as he's sitting in Jeffrey Epstein's kitchen eating cheese pizza, just pretending that he doesn't understand what everyone's talking about. It's just throwing off his voice a little bit. He's not even putting on a fake mustache. You know, like most people would have the common decency, they'd throw on the glasses with the mustache. Bro, that's him. And this is how they're keeping everyone busy while you have Donald Trump just collapsing and then respawning just a few feet adjacent to him. Alright. So I don't really know what what more to say to that. But it's kind of speaking of Jeffrey Epstein, there was a guy called JF Gary Pay. He received money from Jeffrey Epstein for Neuro TV, right? And JF has the need to breed. Now he's making it public, asking everybody who's ever followed him or maybe tried to listen to a single thing this guy has ever fucking said. I can't understand him, but he's looking for women in his fan base who want to be the next missing potato. Now you have to ask yourself, with what has happened more recently, right? With the missing potato, the what was her name? Mama JF, right? The absolute nerve you have to have to just straight go, hey, I'm serious about insemination. Here's my Gmail account. So I know a guy who may or may not have sent this dude a picture of his nutsack. That's right, folks. JF Gary Pay has very likely received pictures. More pictures of men's nuts than serious inquiries to become the next missing potato. So, JF posts this. I'm opening the floodgate. The floodgates! He's opening the floodgates, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine the floodgates? I'm getting on my knees and begging for somebody to pay attention to me. And inviting girlfriend applications starting today. Women below the age of 37, you qualify. You must get serious about insemination now. You are losing your fertile years and the clock is ticking. Send your letter to jean-francois.gettypay@gmail.com. And there's a video clip. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Look at the broad shoulders. I wish I could draw with my cursor so you can see what I'm talking about, but goddamn, this dude doesn't look like he's lifted anything over his shoulders in 5 fucking years.
Glow in the Dark CIA says, Jeff, any new ladies in the mix? No, I find myself single. And I am currently telling all women who are listening to this show, I am available. I am opening the floodgates. I am opening
the floodgates.
A position for girlfriend of Papa JF. Send me an email. You can get my email at jfg.world. And we need to start making babies quick. We need to start going. I need a woman who's fertile. Don't come to me if you're more than 37 years old. I need a woman who's fertile for insemination, living together, and I will be soon publishing my book. I think that if I don't have girlfriend offers until I publish my book, I think I will be adding a full body picture of myself in the book, and I will say, JF, celebrity chef, doctor of neuroscience, international celebrity of the media, single. And I think that if I don't have a...
Like, imagine reading a book that was, you know, written by a doctor, right? It wasn't JF a doctor or something. And halfway through the fucking book, instead of, like, an advertisement for something, for a company or a small business or whatever, what have you, he just basically gets on his knees and says, please, I'm so lonely. I mean, I get, you know, I see what I'm looking at, but just start a new identity, bro. This just hurts to watch. Let's rewind it a little bit.
Adding a full body picture of myself in the book, and I will say,
full body.
JF.
Yeah.
Celebrity chef, doctor of neuroscience, international celebrity of the media, single. And I think that if I don't have a girlfriend until the publication, certainly the publication will help spread the word about my availability on the market. Rick Verger says, my wife is 33 years old. Is that too old? I'll take your wife, Rick Verger. Your wife is my wife now. Ideally, do not be married. However, if you are in the process of divorce, I guess.
Well, there's an old saying, JF, beggars can't be choosers. And I don't think I'm looking at a man with a vast selection of young women in front of him. I feel like I'm looking at a man who's getting ready to die. That is in no way a threat. I forgot, this is the internet. You have to throw everything with I was kidding. I was fucking kidding. It's like, where's my soundboard button?
Yes, I can inseminate legally. But yeah, so many women are just waiting. If you are 30, if you're a woman who's 33, 35, 30...
Listen, JF, this is just some harsh fucking truth, bro. There are women who would rather be gay than fuck a little rodent like you. You murdering psychopath. you pathetic murdering psychopath. Like, how are we here? Again, I know this. Far be it from the first time anyone has said, wow, what a crazy time to be alive. But where you have an associate of Jeff Epstein, a dude who's now begging on his knees for some woman to pay attention to him. Isn't he already a deadbeat dad? Does anyone know? I'm a little rusty, not only on my lore, my sector people lore, but as you can tell, everything's basically stitched together with duct tape right now. Like OBS is like running at 15 frames per second, the preview window. So, you know, it's just a really unique time. This is like, what do you call it? When in between season 6 and 7, like that special part where we find out that everyone actually is as pathetic as we thought they were. Oh, let's just keep watching. This is too good. This is too good. This is what I would say, how I would joke about JF being single. And it is unironically the greatest thing of all time.
7 right now. Understand that it's not gonna come to you. Like, you're gonna be wasting away the few years of life that you still have where you can have a baby. You need to take action now. You need to send me an email now. Because down the line, when you're 38, 39, then there's no more possibilities. And if I was to even try to inseminate you, that'd be high risk that the baby is Down syndrome or something like this.
Well, that's just your genetics, bro. Like, that's just because you are who you are. And, you know, nature is cruel like that. We've got, like, what, a minute? Like, we'll let it play out.
So if you are fertile, do not waste the fertile years of your life. Use them now. Send me an email now. We need to get organized. We need to get you to travel. I need to inseminate you. And by the way, even when you start inseminating, the baby doesn't come out immediately. Sometimes it can take 6 months, a year, before it fully works and you become pregnant. John Drake says, 33 should be your max, JF. Why waste time with the infertile ones? Well, because I understand that these women are disloyal, John Drake. And so even if I was to inseminate a 22-year-old, what do you think would happen when she's 24? Do you think I would continue inseminating her? No, of course. She's going to run away with the babies. So at this point, I'm like, it's like fish memory. You know how people have this conception that fishes, they have just 10 seconds worth of memory?
Get a load of this guy.
Female memory is about 1 year. And you're lucky if you get 1 year. So I'm operating at the frequency of the female. I'm just adjusting my expectations of the world. I'm integrating the information. I'm being empirical here.
Holy shit. That's JF, ladies and gentlemen. So he is officially on the market. If you want to end up in a cardboard box and buried somewhere randomly, go ahead and email Jean-Francois Grebe. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, why go to a bar or a social event, meet people? Hell, get a regular job, meet people. You really gotta, yeah, you have to hunt for the desperate one. Like, this would be like if, like, could you imagine a rapper from the 90s or the early 2000s just coming out, uploading a video? Please email me. Like, I need some pussy so bad. Get a load of this fucking guy. Alright. So Jean Fontaine, and of course, you know, Andy Worski is just a stone throws away. I'm sure there will at some point be a schism in the partnership that is Kino Casino, and Andy will need somewhere to go cross-dress, and maybe Jean-Francois Garipe will bring him in open arms, as long as he wears his fake titties. The Pay Pig Mind is a real mystery. It really is. We got here Joshua Moon mailing the Federal Reserve System to your members. Let's not even worry about reading this, and let's just focus on this this signature here, because as Ethan Ralph had sufficiently pointed out, nigga, you sign your name like a retarded George Washington. They look like there should be hearts like around your name. It looks like an e-girl's signature. Like, how the fuck did you manage to have penmanship while wielding the golden broom? Let's see. So I saw this. I forgot what brought me to it. But this was right after everyone decided that they were like a huge fan of Charlie Kirk. They're like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it came out. And I mourn you, Charlie. I don't tear up often, but I shed tears for you. You live in our hearts and our minds. Like, can we just... The fucking grifter, man. The gall of the grifter. Almost in a competition with one another to see which one of them can, provide the fake tears more than the others. God, dude, everyone's just so full of shit, man. Yeah, Josh is a liar, and he has a bad signature. Yikes. Can it get any worse? Yeah, there's just a bunch of random shit. Like I said, I'm gonna wing it. I'm just gonna fuck it. We'll do it live. I was putting way too much time trying to put an outline together with all of the sources that line everything out. And fuck all that. That's just... It's just a bunch of bullshit that's gonna make putting the stream together boring, and then I end up not fucking streaming. So I gotta learn to work around my own quirks. Let's see if I can find the video. Okay, no, it's gone. So there was a video, a bizarre video of Mr. Medicare touching his toes, like uploading a video showing that he can touch his toes. It was just straight up bizarre. All right, where do we go? Yeah, see, this Palm Beach Pete guy, right? Like, I just happen to be friends with Bill Clinton, like associates with Bill Clinton. What are the chances? Oh, what are the chances? He knows what he's doing. Light and salt. 7612, $5. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Is Medicare alive? You see, it used to be, like, maybe a year or 2 years ago, telling Jim that he's faking cancer and he needs to stop being just a melodramatic bitch. It's not the world's fault. Like, all of us have our own shit to deal with, but you don't see us just with excitement running with our donation cup to use said misfortunes to generate donations like an eagle. Like, it's difficult to describe exactly the way he goes about it is just weird and not entertaining to me anymore. But yeah, he's still alive. He's still alive. You know, good for him, I guess. It is kind of awkward though, like, don't you think? But whatever does it for you, man. If bending over for Ethan Ralph is brings you joy in life, you go ahead and you bend over for Ethan Ralph. Okay, so Ben Shapiro is just the worst fucking thing. I'm a little rusty trying to get into my ranting and raving about these these political grifters with no conviction and no honor. But Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson have been going at it. And I believe Tucker Carlson's gotten so frustrated about this that he's even started it said on Twitter, at least, right? He's calling for the death of politicians that supported Section 219, right? So he's losing his mind. Oh, did you delete it? Okay, there we go. Shut up, Ben Shapiro. All right. All of these Israeli shields, they have been nothing but excited when some sort of war is happening and, you know, more people die for needless reasons. So Ben Shapiro urges Trump to wage total war in Iran. No one in America wants American casualties. We do understand that war does come. That's a price. Perfect meme, right? That's a price I'm willing to make. So Tucker must have gotten some pretty solid talking points from his handler. Obviously, this little freak could go volunteer and fight the war himself, but of course he won't. He has no interest in making any kind of personal sacrifice. None of them do. Israel's finance minister bragged the other day that having Americans fight Netanyahu's wars is, quote, best for us. Smotrich doesn't want to die for Israel, neither does Ben Shapiro. Dying for Israel is your job. You've got to wonder how people like this, liars without honor, wisdom, or loyalty to the United States, wound up in positions of such profound influence throughout our society. How did Mark Levin get the president's cell phone number? Why is Admiral Brad Cooper, the man in charge of the Iran war, secretly taking strategic advice? Pardon me. Secretly taking strategic advice from crazed Israel shill Mark Dubowitz. And he continues to let load of his anger and hate, letting it flow through him. But yeah, everyone's tired of their bullshit. It's mostly the lying, really, more than anything. The way they'll just continue to perpetuate what both parties know is total bullshit. Crazy. All right. Yeah, I still agree that, you know, Tucker very likely has a handler and gets his talking points handed to him. I mean, it's hard to trust anybody these days, and just being as simple as them actually believing what they're saying. All right. Oh, we had Andrew Tate got arrested. Let's find that. Okay, so the jail where Andrew Tate is being held has publicly asked people to stop sending them barbecue sauce, as Andrew Tate is cellmates with a cannibal. Oh yeah, you know, since we're here,
we're good. Okay. All right. Connecting you now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, baby, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay. How are you?
I couldn't. I'm just so impressed. Glad to be your friend.
I'm glad you are my friend.
I'm going to meet with the president this weekend. I'm going down to Doral. I'm going to try to get him to join with y'all in Lebanon to maybe fly some with you. Would you like that?
Yeah, I get that. I think you have a point, but I've been thinking about the other side of it for a second. We're concentrating right now on Iran. If we tell Hezbollah that we're going all the way, we threaten them, but if we actually do it, then they have no reason not to go all the way against us. And right now, that's not our interest. We can do it later.
Well, well, that's actually good counsel. I'll put it out there as an idea. We can always go back to it.
Hey, your boss just basically belittling you on, you see it live on CNN. Get fucked. Lindsey Graham. Let's see. We have the story about the IRS. Get this. They accidentally send a man $20,000. He tries to send it back to them. They demand interest and refuse to take it. And now are withholding taxes from, I believe, several years. That's a story we'll take a look at here in a little bit. All right, where are we at? 43 minutes in. So Grok has been an AI of a new generation, right? So this account here, Parody Jeff. Hey, at Grok, what's the youngest age the Talmud permits sexual intercourse? Start with a number. 3 years and 1 day. That's the technical age in Talmud Nida 44b, where intercourse, you can read the rest of that for yourself. I don't want to. But Grok will tell you shit like this. All you have to do is ask. Let's... All right. So Trump will be around for a little bit. We have a few different video clips. This one, he was confronted by somebody at one of his speeches. They say to him, "You're a pedophile protector."
And companies were coming in and just robbing us blind, and it was causing tremendous problems for your jobs. But now all of that is changing because I placed historic tariffs on foreign producers and manufacturers, including a 25% tariff on foreign automobiles, something that no other president had the courage to ever do.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He's a communist. He's a communist. Thank you. He's a communist. We're running
You
against
didn't exactly
communists. Now,
deny
this is
being
great.
a pedophile.
What's
protector,
going on?
Did
We're
you?
going to win very big. No, I didn't even hear the guy. I think
I don't even hear what he said.
these companies were.
I didn't even hear him. Oh. Yeah, everyone knows who and what you are, bro.
Coming in and just robbing us blind.
And these look
it was
fake
causing
as hell. Like the lighting here, this doesn't even look like an actual live speech.
tremendous problems for your jobs. But now all of that is changing because I placed historic tariffs on foreign producers and manufacturers, including a 25% tariff on foreign automobiles, something that no other president had the courage to ever do. He's a communist. He's a communist.
The USA, yeah.
Thank you.
He's
a communist.
As long as Benjamin Netanyahu told him it's okay for them to chant USA. Having flashbacks of the Holocaust just from hearing that chant.
We're running against communists. Now, this is great. What's going on? But we're going to win very big. No,
Does
I
it feel
didn't
like
even
we're
hear
winning,
the guy.
guys? Does it feel like we're winning? Are you guys tired of winning? Yeah, remember that. Just get a few things together here.
Hope with
a little on the nose.
With pop rocks, and we like bike races and trading comics and NASA and Steve Martin and Lucky Charms and literally all the same things. I don't like girls.
We know, man.
Like drinking Coke with pop rocks, and we know.
All right, where are we at? All right, it should be just another second here. There we go.
President.
This one, actual fire.
Respondents dinner, but many of them seem to have really chickened out. I was disappointed that Gavin Newsom didn't show up. He didn't show up. He should be here. But I heard that he recently said that we will lose our country if we don't fight fire with fire. And to be fair, there's only one thing we know about Gavin, and that's that he definitely doesn't want to fight fire with water. He's got a lot of water he never uses. What a disaster. That should have never happened. And it's...
He got you good, you piece of shit. Oh, man. Gavin Newsom. A man somehow worse than Donald Trump. Pretty hard to pull that one off, but our man perseveres. All right, we got a clip here.
States. There are a couple of exceptions. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay, so in this clip, the patriotic blonde. God damn. Doesn't it just make you sick to your stomach? The grifter-esque personality that everyone has to have. Like, god damn. Tucker Carlson calls for Trump and all elected officials pushing for American-Israeli military merged via the NDAA to face Nuremberg-style treason charges. Well, let's see.
Thomas.
Damn, he looks sweaty. His studio looks like it is not very comfortable to be in.
Massey, and they were driven out of the Republican Party. So it tells you what the priority is. The priority is serving Israel. And even if I liked Israel, which I do not, because it's committing genocide, I think we deserve sovereignty. So it's really that simple. Well, I think America lost its sovereignty many years ago. I mean, CIA and Mossad have worked together, in some cases really as one, for over 60 years. I mean, and of course, Mossad has fed repeatedly disinformation lies to American policymakers over decades, including the lie that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. That fundamentally came from Israel. There's no dispute about that. The lie that killing the Ayatollah, the Shiite Pope, would lead to the collapse of the Iranian government. No American intelligence agency said that. Mossad said that. And Netanyahu told Trump that. So there's a long track record of the United States, its people, its 350 million people, being misused by Israeli intelligence. And so the idea that you would merge them formally is a generational disaster. It's also humiliating, of course. It says to the people of the United States, you have no control over your own country. You were told this is yours. You run it. You own it. You're a shareholder in this enterprise.
Isn't it a form of treason?
So, well, it's the definition of treason. It's the definition. This is treason. This is acting against your own nation on behalf of a foreign nation. But a lot of Americans are waking up to the fact it's not a minor problem. It's not an ancillary problem. It's not just something we should fix in the future. It is the problem that led us into a war that's ending American empire and going to cause massive economic disruption here and in Europe. So the idea that the Republican Party would support a merger of U.S. and Israeli intelligence, IDF, and Pentagon is so deranged that, you know, you have to root for treason trials, for Nuremberg trials at some point. And the president could veto it. He won't, because he's a slave to Israel. We're against genocide. We're against book burning. That's what we learned from the Nazi period. And all of a sudden you wake up and we're like, no, genocide's totally fine as long as Israel's doing it. In fact, it's not genocide. In fact, if you call it genocide, you're the bad person. What? No. The person committing genocide is the bad person.
Or maybe they've always been committing genocide. Has anybody considered that? That these professional victims that sell people their own souls, could it be possible that they've been like this forever? Anyway. I have to think that Tucker is tied up in this somehow. But to have a professional alternative media journalist whose father has served in intelligence his entire life, it's hard to believe what they're saying at face value. It's really hard to know what to make of it anymore. Like I personally did not expect everything to accelerate at the speed that it has picked up over the course of the last 5 years. Let's see. Here we go. Talked about this briefly. The IRS threatening to seize a Tennessee man's farm after charging him interest on $20,000 that it had refunded to him accidentally, in which he immediately tried to return. Apparently they didn't want it back. They just wanted him to owe them. Let's just go ahead and watch the clip here.
Don't hold nobody. You have to talk to a dang computer. Well, they called me right before I went on television this last time and said,
okay, I don't know if this is something I should share. The IRS, I've heard of people doing this before, or the IRS doing this before. I know somebody in my personal life that has this exact relationship with the IRS, where they all of a sudden just got a mail in, or a letter in the mail saying, well, we sent you money that we didn't mean to send you, and now you owe us money. Now you owe us, like, I forget how much it is. And until they pay that money back, they're withholding all of their refund, any refund they might have had. And it's been like 2 or 3 years.
but when you need the help, you can't get a hold of nobody. You have to talk to a dang computer. Well, they called me right before I went on television this last time and said it was settled from Marshall Blackburn's office.
This notice, sent in early July, demands he pay thousands of dollars in interest on that money he says he never spent, or risk having his property seized.
I wish you'd get it straightened out and get one person to work on it instead of sending me letters all over the United States. I've cried, I've preached, I've asked people to pray for me.
The 76-year-old says he's done everything he can to make it right, including meeting with the IRS Taxpayer Advocate Service in downtown Nashville, an effort he says got him nowhere.
I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm paying my parking bill on my telephone. I said, oh, my God. I said, I got a little old flip phone. I don't know how to do that.
It's simple what he wants, for the IRS to stop coming after him.
Is that little one?
Yeah.
He gets caught in the fence. He sticks his horns in there and can't get out.
More than anything, Kirby just wants this to be over.
That it was all over and done with. Praise the Lord. Amen. Because I've cried. I'm about to cry now. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I have connected Mr. Kirby with a Nashville tax attorney who deals with IRS disputes. They are planning to talk on the phone on Friday to see what other options may still be available to him. I'm Hannah McDonald, News Channel 5.
And knowing what he's experienced, because I already know what happened. He calls, and then he can't get through to anybody. Nothing but to a machine. And then if you're lucky, you'll get somebody that doesn't barely speak English, and they don't know what you're doing. They don't know how to help you. They don't know how to do their job. They work for the government, but they don't know how to do their job. So I wonder how many other people across the United States have this exact problem. The same that my friend has. The same that this old man has to deal with. There's some sort of fraud going on. And I guess only time will tell. Only time will tell. There we go. Turn the volume down a little bit.
Israel be compensated by the proposal to have a merging of some sort between our Pentagon and your military?
Yeah, I'm calling it from aid to partnership. So we take away the money that is given to Israel, which is one part, but the other part is we co-invest in equal measures in the new technologies that are needed to give our military and your military the advantage. So there are some.
We need to find new and more compelling ways of murdering innocent women and children, and the only way, right?
unbelievable projects. So we invest jointly and take the fruits equally. You move from aid to partnership, and I think that represents what Israel is. And remember, the other thing is that we share with America unbelievable intelligence to save American life. General Keegan has said that when he was working in American intelligence, what Israel was giving the United States was worth, he said, 5 CIAs. I'm not trying to be mathematically exact, but Israel's contributions to America's defense are important. Our technology is incredible. And since yours is incredible too, and you're the great champion of liberty and free markets, I think the meshing of our two great countries of talent would strengthen America's position, competitive position, both in the economic marketplace and in the military battlefield in many important ways. So that's the idea. The idea is to take away aid, one-sided aid, and move it into, bilateral investments for common benefit.
Here we go. I was trying to find this earlier and I couldn't find it. Did everybody see Donald Trump fell down and went boom? He fell on his little fucking ass. Ooh. Just imagine if this happened to Biden, you know? This was swept up pretty goddamn quick. Here, this is another one I was looking for. I don't have the exact arrest clip, but Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate were arrested. I believe they've been extradited to the UK. I could probably grok it. We'll do that in a second. Breaking, the warden of the jail where Andrew Tate is being held has asked people to stop mailing bottles of barbecue sauce addressed to Tate's cannibal cellmate with the label Tate sauce. It's just a little bit of, it's the barbecue sauce that keeps barbecuing. Oh, it is satire. You see, the world's so fucked up these days. I read something like this and go, "Oh yeah, that sounds about right." Sounds about right. But no, apparently this is a satire article. The thing is, I'm like Mulder, but with satire. I just want to believe. I want to believe. Oh, speaking of political servants and the bullshit that spews from their fucking mouth, the absolute gall you have to have. This is the guy that played the Sweet Home Alabama. Hold on, I have to find that. I can't mention that and then not bring it up. Andrew Tate, and I don't know about the cannibal cellmate, but He says, I am in special housing unit. My water faucet is broken. I am not allowed bottles of water in SHU. I have nothing clean to drink. My only water comes from the shower, warm and from a brown and filthy faucet. It has given me persistent stomach problems. Yeah, he looks like a guy that has stomach problems. The water I'm drinking is not clean. I am an American, innocent until proven guilty, but I am forced to drink poisoned water. Where are my rights? Well, sir, let me tell you about a guy named Gonzalo Lira. Now, since the time of our Lord Coach Red Pill 2023 or 4, more and more people are getting the Coach Red Pill treatment, and you know, you just gotta rise up, bro. You just gotta pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. Hold on. We got something. Yeah, let's bring this up. Have I seen sticks lately? No, I have not. Has it gotten worse? Can you believe this guy's in jail?
Door suicide, Kurt Cobain, McLaren 720, but it sound like a plane. When I'm on the road, stay in your lane. Beat getting killed like a shot to the brain. Suicide, 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 suicide. It's do or die, do or die, do or die. Yo, no hope. I was broke, did it dirty, no soap. I was gonna write a suicide note, but now I kill it making suicide notes.
Alright, so Andrew Tate, everybody. Well, now I feel like he needs some barbecue sauce. Nah, that song's fucking fire. Yeah, I'll have to check it. Alright. That just is not my idea of a good time.
So
here we go. I'm a little rusty running everything here, so thanks for bearing with me.
God, whether anyone likes it or not, selected the Jewish people to be an instrument through which he would bring his law.
Wow. Imagine being that cucked, like having that lack of like self-respect that you would say something like that. Like he's practically saying, well, they are the superior race. I mean, you know, it's a master race. What a fucking loser.
So God, whether anyone likes it or not, selected the Jewish people to be an instrument through which he would bring his law. It is the Jewish foundation upon which Christianity is built. People can argue all they want to.
I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you, you're bullshit. You're full of shit, bro. You are full of shit. You have no self-respect, and you sold out your nation. Light and Salt 7612 with $2. Sticks was putting misspelling in his titles. Was it really that bad? He's like sitting there like in the thumbnail, like open. You could tell he's fucked up on pills. Was that bad? Yikes. I mean, at least if he's fucking up, it makes it entertaining in some way. You can kind of troll him a little bit. It's more entertaining than just watching his content unironically.
Was Jewish. The early church, they were all Jews. Everything about the New Testament is built upon the Old Testament. If a person says, I don't really care for the Old Testament, then it's like throwing out most of the New Testament, because the Old Testament is that upon which the New Testament is built. So as Christian believers, we owe the foundation of our faith to the Jewish faith. Without the Jews, there would be no Christianity. So here's the way I look at it.
The spin, the absolute nerve of this motherfucker. Let's let it keep going.
It is the Jewish people upon which Christianity is built. It is the Judeo-Christian foundation upon which Western civilization was built. If there was no Western civilization, the idea of the sanctity of the individual, where'd that come from? From the
Shut up, Mike. You have no self-respect, and you suck at the fucking base. You also suck at the base, on top of all of that. Perfect K-Tire. I'm not even sure if this guy's Jewish, but he sure as fuck is kayak.
God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Exactly.
Where did that get into motion in government? Was it from ancient Rome? No. Was it from ancient?
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's check out Styx. That sounds funny. Light and Salt 7612 with $2. According to the Epsteins, Jews are now pagans. Oh, not the Epsteins. Freudian slip. The Epiciles. With God, everything is possible. I don't know. I think this guy right here has a lifetime of being a homosexual professionally ahead of him. That's what I think. I think he has a bunch of dick waiting for him in the gay club somewhere. Mike Huckabee. Letters of Paul. Okay, I know what you're talking. Let's check out 6 Hexenhammer. Can't respond to that. It's okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, without the Jews, there would be no Jesus to get crucified. No Jesus to get crucified. Think of it like that. Yeah. He could have lived out his best life and not, been ruthlessly murdered. Oh my God, he looks like a goblin. Man, he hasn't even gone back and fixed the titles. Oh, let's check it out. Jesus. It's Tarl time. Oh.
All right.
I know. I gotta go. Or something. I'll just have to fucking stick it on. Now, for some reason, the cropping got kind of fucked around. There we go.
All right, everyone. Today we're going to talk about food snobbery. Yes, indeed. I've covered this in brief before.
Jesus Christ. He looks horrible. They took his pirate hat and he just snapped, bro.
But I've never made a standalone video on the topic. I have noticed I have been a political analyst for 20 years now. Well, almost 20 years. As of September, it'll be 20 years. And you get criticism. People say, you know, your take is wrong and stuff like that, and stuff along those lines. But I have never before witnessed, until I started making videos and pictures of my food, I have never before experienced a cavalcade of criticism that even closely rivals the foodie community. The food snobs, you know, like the soup Nazi or something like that. That's not absolutely incredible, Nazi. Actually, when you think about it. You can make the tastiest goddamn soup, the tastiest goddamn casserole. My meatloaf on that one occasion fell short. It was basically like house brick. You could use them for bricks to make a house, probably. Other than that, though, I'm a very competent cook, and I never knew that I could cook.
This is too good. Thank you, Stone Mexican guy. I'm glad I changed gears here because this is good shit. All right. He looks like he's like brain dead.
Until fairly recently, I was already in my 30s before I realized that I could cook anything other than a grilled cheese sandwich. My dad was a chef for 35 years. So I seem to have inherited the chef gene. Sadly, I didn't inherit my mom's bakery gene. She makes very, very...
Take a shower, Gene. You look like you need to at least spray yourself down with a hose.
Good bread. Sourdough, rye, standard white bread, all of these things. She's capable of doing all of these very competently, and they're always a favorite at holidays, actually. She cooks bread off for like Thanksgiving and stuff like that. It's really, really good with my dad's cranberry.
He's basically a bone with a mustache.
Sauce, actually, and I appreciated that
probably
many
like
times
he
as
looks
a child.
like
But I inherited, I guess, the chef gene. I didn't know that I could make a good soup. I didn't know that I could make stir fry. I didn't know that I could do it.
We have to skip around a little bit. Maybe the comments will have something. Do these not have comments? The fuck? Let's just pick a random 4 minutes.
Crucified. I don't give a...
He looks worse than Ralph. He legitimately does. He looks worse than PPP, for fuck's sake.
Fuck how good your food is. It does not make any difference. Even the presentation doesn't generally make a difference. Even if you have good... You're going to need to have good photography skills in order to get by.
Get a load of this guy. You're going to have good photography skills to make food that looks good. I don't know, Sticks. Maybe you're just making food that looks like shit.
Because it's really more about presentation than the actual flavor of the food. The person that is looking at the picture or watching the video, they can't taste it. They don't understand that it's yummy. They don't understand it because they can't taste it. So you're going to need good photography.
I gotta rewind it. There's just something gross about a guy who looks like this saying the word yummy.
The video, they can't taste it. They don't understand that it's yummy. They don't understand it because they
sent shivers up down my spine, dude. It's the equivalent of a guy saying the word nigger.
Can't taste it. So you're going to need
like
good
AIDS.
photography skills,
like
and it really, really helps to be attractive. If you're at least like an 8 out of 10 or something like that. I know that I'm not. I have a mirror. I'm well aware of my limitations. Charismatic? Yes. Intelligent?
I don't know, maybe
yes.
pull your hair back, dumbass.
Good cook? Yes. Do I have good photography skills? Middling. If you're like, you know, you look like Adonis, or you look like Callistra from
We're turning up the quality.
From Xena the Warrior Princess or something like that, you could probably get away with it. Even if your food sucks dick. But if you look like me...
maybe take a shower before you turn on your live stream. What the hell was that?
Or thereabouts, you probably aren't going to get very far with the foodie community. It's just not going to be a thing. It's just... Kitty... Goodness. It's just not going to be a thing. You're not going to be able to
I can smell
really
him from here.
get ahead
for real, though,
at
right?
that point, because that's just the way that people are. They're judgmental. It's the same thing with regard...
You don't say. Judge, let Steve be judge a book by its cover. Usually, Ivan's awful, horrible, no good, bad day, you know, it wasn't exactly containing Socrates, you know? Maybe if you say you look like this, you should take a fucking shower.
regards to politics, if you wear a monkey suit and you stand there and sound like Dan Rather or something like that, you're probably going to get further than somebody like me who's a renegade goddamn pirate. It's just the way that it works. People, again, they castigate me for wearing a pirate outfit, and I don't understand why. I think it looks cool, but they don't necessarily agree with me.
It's not whether or not you look cool, Sticks. It's that you look like a fucking pirate. You're an adult. You're a father. Eventually, there's a time where you go, okay, I get to wear my maybe go to Comic-Con or something like that. Not that I think it'd be a good idea for a person like yourself anymore, but find ways to wear your outfit. Don't just like, nope, this is I'm wearing this thing and no one's gonna stop me. Like a stubborn child refusing to just wear a basic t-shirt and some jeans. Because eventually you're gonna have to get a job, bro. And would you hire the pirate? Okay, you would hire the pirate. Okay. Well, most people wouldn't hire the pirate, Sticks. All right, let's keep going. This fucking rocks.
With food, though, it is far more cutthroat. Goddamn, pirates would not stand up to them. I'd rather cavalcade around with pirates than have to deal with the foodie community, because they are absolutely rabid. The criticism that you will get is 1,000 times worse than what you will get if you do political commentary. I learned this the hard way. I was posting photos. I was posting videos, and I'm like, this gazpacho is really good. This veggie soup is really good. I made chicken and veggie, and it tasted exactly like what my dad made in a goddamn restaurant, for example. You would eat it. You would find, unless you're, vegan or something. It was delicious. I've made tomato basil and potato leek and all sorts of other things. Roasted potatoes with rosemary, of course. You must include rosemary.
Fucking kill me. Is he just gonna list a bunch of soups? Let's skip a little.
They're not the same. Not unless it comes from a can, in which case you're fucked. What about borscht, for example? There are multiple variations of borscht. And, some of them are better than others. I like the Ukrainian version, for example. It's more herby. It's delicious, actually. I've had it. I've also had the Russian version. and one other, but I don't know where it exactly originated.
It sounds like he just lists a bunch of soup.
Many jalapenos to it. And I found it funny, actually, for a while. But then it just became old, it just became boring, so I just decided to stop. Because, what am I supposed to do? I can't please you all.
You know, I have a crazy idea, Sticks. Maybe get some fucking friends, man. There's an idea. You just need to, there you go, you turn yourself in. Turn yourself in. Payback of the quartering. Oh my god, you've got, so he's wearing the same t-shirt and pant combo in like 5, no, what is that, 9 videos? 7? Okay, yeah, 7 videos. For 3 days. You're kidding. He's dude, he wearing the same clothes, doesn't shower over the course of 3 days.
All right, everyone. We start off today talking about Joe Biden, actually, because he's still in the news, and the Democrats are quite clearly looking to quash him and keep him out of the news cycle. There's a reason for this. They don't want him to be evident at all. And this is evidence that the Democrats really, they soured on him fairly quickly. He was sort of a pig in a poke candidate, and so they just...
Let's see if we can find some good comments here. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Biden. Sticks somehow continues. Man, this is really hard to watch. I pray that Sticks can get through whatever he's fighting. Does anybody reading this know him personally? He appears to be oblivious to the severity of his condition. He needs to... So people, like the 4th top comment, unironically thinks he's dying. You need to eat, please. Like, this is sobering. It is, man. I'm gonna go make some food as soon as I'm done with this stream. I already want to go eat again.
Sort of went with him because, who else are we gonna go with? We've got the Cackler. We've got Gay Dracula. We've got a couple of also-rans who don't make any sense at all. Yeah, let's go with Joe Biden. Because at the very least, he has been in office for an extended period of time. He's got experience. That was basically what they did. They were hoping that he would, they were praying, probably. They probably went to church and prayed for Joe Biden. Oh, Lord, please help him not fuck up today. That was probably about what happened. I know that I would be. If I were...
You know, Biden might have been full of shit and he'd fall asleep and all of that great shit, but he didn't like roll out the red carpet for Netanyahu every time he showed up. The haste and expedience to which Trump has done whatever his friend Netanyahu has asked him to do has been, quite frankly, sickening.
If I were a Democrat, I would have done the same thing. Please, let Joe Biden not trip up the stairs today. Please, let Joe Biden not trip across the stage today. Please, let Joe Biden not say anything bizarre today. None of these prayers were answered. That's the whole problem. That's why the Democratic Party has effectively retired him. They don't want to acknowledge his existence.
I'm not sure if that's a time code, but I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it is. Yeah, 4:30. 4:24.
led to economic problems and things like that. And led to war as well. You look at Afghanistan, for example. Yeah, that Afghan withdrawal went over real well. This is horse shit. Kamala Harris is horse shit, but so is Joe Biden. He appears to be genuinely mentally disabled. So
you don't say. Genuinely mentally disabled?
We've got two possible solutions to explain what happened. Number one, Joe Biden was disabled enough that he didn't realize that he was disabled. And so
didn't realize he was disabled. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's rewind that. We've got to rewind that.
He still thought that he didn't realize that he was disabled. And so he still thought of himself as the ice cream soaked senator from the 19th.
So Styx has no idea that he's more retarded than he thinks Joe Biden is. How bad is that?
1970s. Number two, which is worse in my opinion.
Yeah, fucking A.
People around him basically inducted him into that position. They convinced him that he wasn't demented or anything like that. And they said, no, Joe, you're perfectly fine. You gotta take this position. You gotta be president of the United States. Those are basically your two options. I'm not sure which one is true. Honestly, I'm a political analyst. I can't fucking tell you which one
really,
is
because
true.
you look like a political prisoner. And the reason that's a diss is because you have your freedom.
Honestly, I believe that Joe Biden was demented enough at that point that he believed that he was capable of leading. I don't believe there was elder abuse going on. I know that's a meme, but I think that he actually believed
I'm going to grab a drink.
that was going to be a thing. The problem is the people around him should have told him, hey, Joe, you need to throttle back. Why don't you go and get another pint of ice cream or something like that? You know, leave it alone. Let somebody else run. I mean, I'm not sure that there were any Democrats at the time that would be capable of running. I mean, even in the upcoming elections, unless you get a dark horse candidate, I've already said this, you're probably not going to win. You run Kamala. Oh, great. Ha, 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 ha. Dead kids. Yeah, that'll go over real well. That's, the voting public is going to love that. Laughing about dead kids and laughing about literally anything. Ha ha ha, we went to war. Ha, we nuked them. Okay, most people are not into that. You're a warmongering, tyrannical asshole who literally helped design, along with Joe Biden, ironically speaking, literally helped design the hard-on crime.
Having OBS going, trying to wing it, like making a video so you can get your 7,000, goddamn, 7,000 views. That's what he's down to. Looking at this, seeing the preview window, and not thinking to yourself, maybe I should go take a shower, make myself look presentable. No, he looks like a fucking homeless person.
Sort of thing. I don't think that people are really receptive to that anymore. This is not 1990. This, I believe that it's it's later than that. It's not 1990 anymore. The kind of policies that you engineered, 30, 40 years ago are no longer something that people receive properly. They're not interested in them. And there's a reason for that, because they didn't work. That's the whole reason. They didn't work, and you failed, and Joe Biden failed, and that's just, what happened. With Joe Biden, for example, architect on the hard on crime movement, well, that worked really, really well. You put people away for like 10 years in prison for having a little bit of weed because you presumed that they were selling it. Who gives a fuck if they sold a little weed? Yeah, they gave a little weed to their friend. They're a hardened criminal. Man, dude, that dude will crab hammer you, shank you, get shot, and everything under the sun. That's not reality land. That's fantasy land.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the propaganda that we were sold for decades and decades. And you helped to create it. You're a failure. Miserable failure. You should hang yourself. You're a miserable failure. There's no other way to put it. Yes, yeah. You put the person who had just over an ounce of weed in prison for 10 years. You've really accomplished something. Great accomplishment. Wonderful. Makes a whole lot of sense.
I'm a little more proud of
The fact is that the Biden administration was an abysmal failure. Kamala Harris, her campaign was an abysmal failure.
Abysmal failure. Look how big his arms are. This motherfucker needs to eat some food and lift some weights.
Too. There's a reason that Trump got back in office, Grover Cleveland style. I wonder what that reason could possibly be. People got tired of your bullshit, and so they decided to wheel around and stab you in the back, just like you attempted to stab the public in the back. I can remember under Biden, when they were doing the face diapers and stuff like that.
What does he actually say?
No, you need to get the jabby McJab jab.
I mean, it's kind of out. The gray market's gone. I'm not even gonna go.
Wear the face diaper, social distancing, and stuff like that. People are trying to memory hole all of these things.
Yeah, I genuinely
There's a
have no
reason
idea what
for
he's
that too.
Either.
Because
he's complaining about Biden being kind of retarded and like, but Biden's old. What's your fucking excuse, bro?
Because it was, again, much like everything else that Biden did, it was an abysmal failure. The one good suggestion that he ever made
His subconscious
was
is so,
weatherizing the electrical system. And he never did it.
Trying to get his attention.
That was the only suggestion that he made that was ever any good. I praised him at the time. Said, that's a good idea. Never happened. Why am I not surprised? So, yeah. The Biden administration was...
Biden could have cancer and still be healthier than this guy. Isn't that fucking wild?
Absolutely a failure. And he keeps coming out. And here's the real kicker. He keeps coming out and making political commentary.
No way.
I don't know whether he's doing it of his own volition or whether other people are forcing him to do it. And I don't really care. Either way, it's completely mindless. The things that he says, like, I honestly, I can't understand him half the time. I would show clips, but I don't think that you'd gain anything from them because most of them are completely retarded. Joe Biden...
Then it should be speaking the
just
same
a
language.
Mental retard. He's totally demented. He doesn't know what he's saying half the time. He really doesn't. He just doesn't understand. I don't even know if he knows where he lives. And it's really, really sad to see it, because either he's so demented that he doesn't understand that he's demented, or he's so demented that other people are taking advantage of him. Those are the two options at this point. None other. So, I mean, come on, dude. Let him go out to pasture, eat his ice cream. Apparently ice cream is recommended for dementia patients. There's probably a reason why he eats so much of it. And let him just do his thing. Let him go biking. He'll probably fall down.
Biden might be retarded, but he never got so, like, retarded that he ended up licking Israel's balls, right? Like, he never ended up getting so retarded that he's doing the shit Trump's doing now.
At some point, he'll smash his head on the curb and probably fucking have an aneurysm and die or something like that. This is plausible. This is a plausible scenario. Well, I mean, at the very least, he died happy, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, nobody ever took a shot at him because he wasn't controversial at all. They said, oh, he's already destroying the United States? Well, I don't need to shoot him. Why would I bother? I can imagine there's probably somebody out there who wanted to be a presidential assassin. And then they watch
this. Okay, let's go to 2310.
Biden just freezes up like a deer in the headlights. He looked like like the male version of Elizabeth Warren there for a while. He didn't even know where the hell he was. And Trump looks across, and there was a moment there, and I loved this moment more than any other. He seemed to be genuinely confused at why Joe Biden was freezing up so much. Right before he made that quip where he's like, I don't know what he's talking about, and I don't think that he knows either. You saw that moment probably, depending on the network you were using, where he was like, what? What the fuck is going on? And this is a prediction, a Sticks prediction. When Joe Biden does croak, there's going to be mourning and lowering of flags and tears and speeches and all of these things and lying in state. When Trump dies, there won't be any of that. There won't be anything. They'll say, oh, Donald Trump died. Yeah, big problem. That's what'll happen. There will be a huge difference between the two. They will adulate Joe Biden and pretend that he was some great leader and pretend that he was a great president and pretend that he was a great person, even though none of these things are true. But when Trump dies, they will say, well, the fascist is finally gone. That's exactly what they're going to say. You mark my words, official Sticks prediction, there's going to be a massive differentiation. I say, oh...
His lack of self-awareness is just quite astounding. I don't even know how to put it into words. I think this is the most I've ever seen somebody like this, who is describing themselves 100% and not picking up on it at all. This is almost like a cartoon character or like a TV show character, but it's way more fine-tuned in real life. I don't think this guy is playing it up. I just think he's this disconnected with reality. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna play the rest of this.
A troubled president has died. The president that almost divided the nation has died. We'll be solemn about it. We won't openly criticize him, but he was just a divider at the end of the day. That's what they will say. It's inevitable. You know that this is going to be the case.
No.
You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. The Democrats know it. The liberals own it. It's going to happen. You'll see the same thing in commentary, in political commentary and things like that. It is inevitable that this will be the case. So yes, as far as Joe Biden goes, though, he continues to screw up. He can't stop it. Every time that he speaks, there's some...
Okay, so we're going to read some of these comments. Man, this is really hard to watch. I think we read a couple of these. This is sobering. Lord Jesus, put your mighty hand on my friend Styx. Show him that you are the God of miracles. Styx sounding like a buddy of mine calling me after 17 Coronas. What the fuck am I watching? Where is Styx? Biden might outlive Styx. So, even his own audience, the people that watch this every day, are sitting here going, this is a little scary. Are we going to watch you like have a seizure on camera and then on live stream and you're actually going to die right in front of everybody before Biden or Trump or Trump? Yeah, that's a good question. Styx, Trump, or Biden? At this rate, Styx looks like he might take the lead. Going full Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt. All right, let's watch another video because this is content right here. Drug hypocrisy on urbanized towns have no rudder. Cats are cool. Oh, there you go. That's a grift you can focus on. The stupid Iran war. Yeah, there we go. A stream of semi-consciousness.
All right, everyone. It's time to talk about probably the biggest failing of the Trump administration. Trump has tackled the border. He's tackled...
Maybe everyone's just feeling it, though, man. I saw Megadeth and Dave Mustaine up at like half the show. Just like bye. It was up until Sweating Bullets. As soon as Sweating Bullets came on, and then Hangar 18 and Peace Sells, like he loved playing those songs, but the rest of the set didn't seem like it.
The food crisis. RFK Jr. has been instrumental in this, among other things, as well as the economy. Inflation is finally cooling again. We're hoping that continues. We're hoping that it paces well behind wage growth. We'll see what happens with that. In foreign diplomacy, though, the war in Iran has been largely a failure. I have talked about the reason for it. It's to put pressure on Cuba more than anything else. That's also why Maduro is gone. But at the same time, you've caused shipping issues in the Strait of Hormuz that are considerable. Now, we've got a fresh round of strikes between the United States and Iran. This is, what is this, round 5 or something like that? I'm not even 100% sure at this point. It's beginning to drag on a little bit like the war in Iraq.
I always
that
liked,
is that you've got mission creep.
Around the Fur and White Pony. Their new one is okay. I forget what the album is called. It's alright. But, I didn't really, dive deep into the rest of their albums, but those two albums I listened to shit out of when I was growing up.
Actively. So, the initial goal was, we're going to kill the Ayatollah and knock him out.
His age.
Ayatollah's dead. Then they say, well, his son has taken over. We got to take him out too. and so we took out the retard son. The problem is that the current regime is no different than the former regime. And this is what I warned of when this war began.
Drunk. I have so much room to talk. Yeah, no cancer. They do. You're right about that. It's like after you were had some sort of traction and then you lose it, it sends you down to like a shadow band dead end. It's fucked up. So you really just gotta have fun with it. Just have fun. Just have fun on the internet. Crazy idea. You know, I know. God, what a good freeze frame.
I was never in support of it. I never thought it a good idea. And it was predicated mainly on defending Israel more than anything else. It really was. It was pretty blatant. It was pretty naked, actually, at that point. The Israelis decided to go in and bomb shit, and then we had to step in. Well, I don't want to step in. I don't want to spend tens of billions of dollars bombing the Iranians. Nor did I want to spend a bunch of money defending the Ukrainians, because it's not our provenance. It's not our battlefield. Has nothing to do with us whatsoever. Not a military ally. Not strategic in any meaningful capacity. What the hell are we doing over there? It doesn't really make sense what's going on actually right now in the Strait of Hormuz. If anything, blockading the ports and things like that,
man,
and conducting these strikes.
I tried to find the guy. There was a killer version of Crawling in the Dark by Hoobastank, but it was called the disco version, I think, by AI Reimagined, like one of those channels, right? So I listened to that shit every morning for a while. This is a fucking awesome cover. I love it. And one day I went to go download it because I thought to myself, I should get this before it's gone. And wouldn't you know it, it got pulled down. So I found the guy's Instagram and tried to get it off of him there. And nope, he's like, oh, it's gone. It's deleted forever. Like, fuck. Some of those AI songs end up being pretty good.
Overseeing Israel attacking the Lebanese mainly has done nothing but inflame the region. It's funny, I can remember back in the day, the United States intel agencies actually gave logistic support to Saddam Hussein, of all people, in order to gas the Iranians. Yes, you heard that right. That is actually canonical. There was a board game that I saw once in a secondhand store, and it had a picture of Saddam Hussein and the Ayatollah and some other people right on the front, and a few others, and it was very interesting. I wish that I had picked it up. I wish that I had bought that, actually, at the time. It wasn't very expensive. It was some old 80s game. Some war game, basically, where I guess you're playing as a mad dictator and trying to kill other people.
Yeah, the 90s were awesome, remember?
For the United States to begin with. So it's sort of like a two-party system here. You've got two different parties bombing other nations in
this
order
guy really
to
thinks it's the first time anybody's ever thought any of this stuff. Like this isn't just everybody's normal reaction to
I don't support it.
To the news.
I have no problem with Cubans. Honestly, I supported Obama actually when he normalized relations with Cuba. To an extent.
I feel like seeing End tonight. That one's good.
You know, you can get Cuban cigars now and shit.
That popped
like
up on
that.
my Spotify.
And Cuban rum. Which is legendary, apparently. I have never tried it. I thought that that was a good idea. And I actually did not like when there was a reversal on diplomatic policy with Cuba later on. But this is just more intrigue at this point. And I think I know the reason why.
No, you don't know shit, but burger, I'm about to fucking like, wither away. Like, eat some ramen or something, you skinny mass of flesh. Oh, this is just fantastic. See, this is actual content. This is what we need in our life. He's wearing the ketchup shirt. I put ketchup on the ketchup. Okay. Oh god, he looks like even more like a homeless wizard in this one, in the button-up shirt. God, like, just the lighting, the like, pull your hair back, bro. It's crazy, but it'll stop getting in your fucking way. It's awesome. Yeah, dude needs some protein. Absolutely. Here we go. Microbes in space, why aliens aren't here. That's awesome without even any audio. Here, let's go ahead and just mute it. See, using a regular webcam like this and the current lighting, like, we don't need to see you, Sticks. It's fine. We would get the same analysis out of your like fucked up garbled brain with audio only is all I'm saying. All right, I'll go ahead and allow you to provide us commentary.
I find it hysterical. You didn't see little green men on the lawn unless you were using a lot of PCP or something like that.
Unless you were using a lot of PCP.
Using drugs, you may have seen that. Now, I've seen UFOs. In fact, fairly recently, I've seen them on multiple occasions, and I cannot explain some of the actions that they took.
He looks like Asmongold, or if Asmongold and Moist Critical had a child.
But those are not aliens. Those are human vessels. Those are just, maybe it's a military test. Maybe it's a drone. Maybe it's someone having a lark. We don't know. I saw a light shoot across the sky and then pause in the air and blink out of existence. Then I saw what I thought was a very bright star, which also blinked out of existence in exactly the same location. Or it just turned out you were on drugs. But I believe that, well, it's a UFO in the sense that I can't identify it. That's all that UFO means. Unidentified flying object. But it's not little green men.
Wow.
Why would they not want...
What high IQ analysis. What UFO actually means, unidentified flying object. You know, the guy could write a script and provide a voiceover and work on maybe editing video, producing actual content instead of just hitting record and fuck it, we'll do it live. Not that there's anything wrong with that style, by the way, for the record.
To approach our planet. Maybe because they would get sick and die. If they were to land here,
maybe
they'd
get
probably
sick
all
and die. You don't say.
If any of them made them back to the home world, they'd infect everyone else. Then all of them would die. And so it doesn't really make sense. Any interstellar species would have to be wise enough to understand why it would be unwise to physically visit a foreign planet. Now, sending a robotic probe that you don't expect to return, just to gather information or something. We do this too. That would make sense. That's perfectly fine. Finding a habitable planet that does not already have life on it, and you can test for that and find out, okay, we can live here, but nothing is currently alive there. We have to seed this planet, and then we can inhabit it. That would be fine.
He's, again, not talking about himself, even though It sounds like he's describing himself.
But going to a planet that already has especially sentient life on it would be a death sentence, effectively. You would be loaded with pathogens that your body has absolutely no defense mechanism for. It doesn't have any defense mechanism against the pathogens from another planet. Aliens aren't coming here because they know they'll die.
Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, the full sip. The full, wait. The full sip. Let's watch one more time.
Pathogens from another planet. Aliens aren't coming here because they know they'll die.
Take that.
And they would. Probably very painfully.
The full sip, ladies and gentlemen. That's, you see, I kind of understand why Mike David likes that so much. This is the first time I've discovered in real time a person like struggling. Oh wait, hold on, let me find a thing to do. That's just fucking great.
Because they know they'll die against the pathogens
Take
from
that,
another planet. Aliens aren't coming here because they know they'll die. And they would. Probably very painfully. They would get sick, and they'd be just laying there languishing and crawling around moaning or something like that. That's probably what would happen. It wouldn't be a pretty sight. And if they're interstellar, they have to have the scientific knowledge to understand this premise. It wouldn't be like a bunch of, well, humans, arguably, hominids, that get into a bottle rocket and fire themselves into another planet and say, yay, yeehaw, this is going to be great. It'll be great for a little while, until you get sick and die. That's what will happen. It's definitely a one-way journey, because you're not going to survive it. One way or the other, you're going to expire if you engage in such a mission.
But we could just send you. We can send this, because as we can have seen, he can survive any lifestyle. You know, he doesn't need to go touch grass. Doesn't need to interact with humankind. I mean, he's not even like JF begging for women for insemination. I think he's had enough of crazy bitches fucking up his life for a while. There's like 3 different ex-girlfriends working together to try to destroy his life. Like, that's some real hatred.
That's not the way to do it. The only way to do it is with mechanical probes. Or going, again, to a planet that is habitable, but not currently inhabited. If you were to do that, then you could seed life onto another planet. Like when Elon Musk rambles about Mars. Mars is not habitable. You can create a colony there. It is possible to do. What the hell is the purpose, other than to say that you did so? There is none. We don't even know exactly what resources there would be there to exploit to actually justify such a mission.
Okay,
and then the cost would be excessive. We know that they're survivable according to the scope of the biological life forms on Earth, their ability to resist extreme cold and heat. So it is possible that there's life there. And there could very well be life subsurface. If you send people there, they might get sick too. It is entirely possible that there are pathogens on Mars. Hell, they could be even further out. Europa could have pathogens on it. Saturn could have pathogens. Why not? Everything that we believed about science even 30 years ago, most of it has been completely upended. Dietary science, dinosaurs, and the form that they take. Now we think that they're more like bird-like instead of reptiles, etc., etc. Biology has been totally upended. Everything that I was taught was true in elementary school, for the most part, is no longer considered true, at least within the sciences. Now, of course, they're also trying to upend math. 2 plus 2 apparently is an open-ended question now. I don't agree with that, for obvious reasons. That's a little bit different. But our understanding of especially biology, virology, diagnostics...
I feel like this is a copy pasta. Like, something about this just comes across like something you'd read in all caps on like the front page of 4chan or something.
And things like that, the way that we do medicine, all of these things have drastically changed over the course of only a few short decades. And they had changed already drastically for only the few short decades before that. Medicine in 1940, vastly different from medicine in 1840 now, isn't it? Now, before it's like, hey, you're sick? Let me cut your vein open and bloodlet you. Then it was, hey, you're sick? Let me give you this pill. Now it's, hey, you're sick? Let me install this cybernetic implant. Something like that. That appears to be the way that we're going, actually. I do not believe that aliens are coming to Earth specifically because of this reason. Because if they know that there is already life on the planet, they're going to avoid the whole region like a plague. So if they're intelligent enough to be aware of our presence...
Anything smart would avoid you like the plague there. Fix X and Hammer. Alright, I'll stop using that, I promise. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's... Yeah, every other Gamergate person is somewhat normal. Ralph and Styx have lost their minds. Even, like, comparatively speaking, Ralph's not even the crazier person. He's still Ethan Ralph, but... You know, comparatively speaking, he's not the same guy we used to love. Our same sector mascot.
They don't want to be anywhere around us. We'll contaminate them. We'll make them sick, and they'll...
Speak for yourself, Styx. I don't smell like yesterday's garbage.
Because of this reason. Because if they know that there is already life on the planet... they're going to avoid the whole region like a plague. So if they're intelligent enough to be aware of our presence, they don't want to be anywhere around us. We'll contaminate them. We'll make them sick, and they'll all die. And we should probably take heed of that same basic premise as well when we're dealing with exoplanets and things like that. If there's already life there, it may be a good idea to simply leave it alone. That's about all. Peace out.
You gotta love that he'll record everything in OBS. Like, there's no editing that down. Just do it all in one go. All right, there's got to be some good ones here. Like, I'm not ready to move on. These are too good. He was forgetting to say peace out. He almost did. God damn. Learn how to cook featuring spicy food rant. There we go. Let's do it. Let's do this shit.
Alright everyone, it's time for an admonition. I want you to learn how to cook. Because a lot of people cannot even cook rice. Can barely microwave a burrito. This is not good. It means that you're getting a lot of hyper-processed food, generally speaking. It also means that you're spending more money. And that's really a thing these days. Spending money? Yeah, what money? Let me check my wallet. There's a couple of moths in there. Oh, I've got $1. I can get a peppermint patty, I suppose. That's sort of how the economy is working right now. If you can learn how to grow and cook your own food, oh man, you'll save money hand over fist. It'll be great. And it'll be tastier. And it'll be more nutritious. And it'll be better in every possible sense of the word. You know, you'll have
his
more...
laptop is. This is his work laptop, right? Considering this is his professional life, right? Look at how beat up this fucking thing is.
Or vitamins and minerals in that if you prepare it fresh. Here's how to cook. The first tip that I can give you, and I cook often. I've cooked many meals. I'm the son of a chef. I didn't know that I could cook until more recently in life. I was already in my 30s. But since then, I've been cooking up a storm. I make soups, I make roasts, I make casseroles.
What we need is Cooking with Surfer with 6X and Hammer. I'd watch the shit out of that show. We get both 6X and Hammer, we get Surfer, and then we get a couple of people to argue while they try to cook.
I make all sorts of stuff. I can cook Mexican food like a real Mexican because I learned from real Mexicans. Thank you very much. I can cook Asian food taught by Asians, so I can actually make it authentic. It's not pile of shit like gringo, you know, food from Mexico or Asia, and so on forth. I'd like to learn more about Irish cuisine because I really like peas and cabbage. That would be something, that's one of my life goals, I suppose. I can't get enough of cabbage. Honestly, boil it with some vinegar and salt and butter, and you can do what you want. You can use oil, butter, or do what I do and use both.
He's not even showing you how to cook them
together and use both when I'm making a mirepoix. It improves the flavor. I've noticed that it improves the flavor of the entire soup, actually. And you can put various herbs in there, like if I'm cooking onion, I tend to use a little bit of tarragon, simply because it smells good. That's the only reason why. It has nothing to do really with flavor, because it sort of gets cooked out. But it smells good while you're cooking it, so it's all good. And this is just for soup, by the way. Think about the taste of Brussels sprouts. You know, boiled Brussels sprouts with butter and some salt. I can think about these things and I can actually taste them on my tongue. I don't know if the average person has that ability. I don't know, I've never asked it before. I have no clue if that's some special talent or anything like that.
Let's find a good one. We'll do drug hypocrisy. That just sounds like it's going to be a good one.
All right, everyone, it's time to talk about drug hypocrisy and the drug war. The hypocrisy angle is quite easily explained.
This is awesome. Okay, it sounds like he's doing a book report, and I say that as a guy who's doing his book report right now. Like, hi, this is the drug hypocrisy, and here are my 4 sources, and it's in MLB.
And grandparents, and great-grandparents, actually, of the current generations are being complete hypocrites when it comes to drugs. You will get lectured about not smoking by someone with a Marlboro in their mouth, for example. Your great-grandparents took a lot of laudanum. They found it fun. They also had cocaine drops back then, among other things. They were understood to be medicinal. Your grandparents went to Woodstock. And, yeah, they didn't do any drugs there. There were no drugs at Woodstock. Or anything like that, or Altamont, or something like that. No.
100% is, that was what I was going to mention at some point. At the very least, he could record a voiceover and then record him cooking and then produce a video. But instead, this is how he makes a living. This is his form of labor. and providing for his family, is talking to his camera without taking notes, without doing any sort of editing, just talking, hitting record, talking for 15 minutes, and then saying that's about all. Peace out. He's got to provide for his benefactors, right? But I'm just gonna let this keep going. This is great.
No drugs at any of these concerts. They never existed. They were all teetotalers. Yeah, they had tea breaks in between sets and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe if it was mushroom tea or something like that. Gen X is probably the most hypocritical, though. You used all the drugs. You took them all. There were no drugs.
Hold on, boys. We gotta go back to
that. Gen X is probably the most hypocritical, though. You
look at this guy and imagine the gall he would have to say, you used all the drugs.
You used all the drugs. You took them all. There were no drugs left for us millennials. You took all of them. Yeah, but you took all the LSD, you took all the weed, you took everything. You literally, I don't know, you must have been blasted off your ass. You think that we're weird? That us millennials are weird? Dude, millennials are cucks. Are simps compared to Gen X, and the boomers, and their great-grandparents in the Edwardian era, and to the Victorians, who were literally huffing gas in order to get high. Have you ever heard of either? Yeah, everyone does drugs. It's been going back millions of years. Cave people, 12,000 years ago, were using little rock cauldrons to brew primitive beer. Okay? So, yeah, drugs and humans have coexisted for some time. And before that, they were using basically everything. These berries, they make me feel really good. Let me take another handful of them. Oh, shit. Holy fuck. That's what has happened. Human beings have been using drugs their entire existence.
Speak for yourself. Sticks, Hex, and Hammer. Speak for yourself. Can I? There we go.
The only thing is that more recently there were anti-drug crusades, which have never worked, to try to teetotal people. It goes along with the temperance movement. There's literally no other reason. By the way, this also goes along with the feminist movement. Believe it or not. Yes, indeed. Groups of feminists would go into bars and take axes and smash the alcohol and stuff like that. This happened on a fairly regular basis. But I hate the hypocrisy of older generations judging younger generations for using mind-altering substances.
See, maybe it's not that you're using casually mind-altering substances. Maybe it's because you've become a junkie, bro.
Marijuana is probably the first and foremost. It is medicinal. It is not particularly habit-forming. It's sort of a take-it-or-leave-it sort of drug. It doesn't have any chemically addictive properties at all, actually. It can be habituating, so it can be psychological, but it doesn't have any chemically addictive properties. And soft drugs...
Anybody who's watched you has smoked weed before, 6X and Hammer.
LSD and stuff like that. I knew
no one that looks like
there's
you
this one
has to explain
YouTube
what weed
user
is.
who apparently lived in an old missile silo with an older dude, and they were making LSD and shit. And she's gotten out of the drug trade. I think there was probably a legal reason for this. Let's put it that way. But it was pretty funny. Now, how dare older generations, even your fucking great-grandparents, how dare they judge you for using mind-altering substances? They were doing the same thing. Great-grandparents are using opioids mainly. Well, that's a lot worse than like weed or something like that. The boomers, they did everything.
The amount of
Gen X did
pure cope. He's just probably pissed off someone told him, hey, try to gain some weight and stop drinking and eat some food. Maybe take a shower. Try to have a regular sleep schedule. That would help.
the two main legal drugs, by the way, in the United States. The ones that the boomers and Gen X will not castigate you for using. Tobacco and alcohol. Those are highly habit-forming, and they're highly dangerous for you. Now, tobacco will probably kill you more slowly, whereas alcohol will potentially liquefy your fucking liver within a few years. So, there's a little bit of a difference, but they're both habit-forming, and they're both legal. Why? Why would the U.S. government keep them legal and continue going after marijuana?
Really blowing everybody's mind in 2026 with the type of shit we talked about as a collective, as like an entire human race. Everyone talked about this 10 years ago. Like, oh, wow, isn't it? They'll sell you flavored, they won't sell you flavored cigar wraps, random things like that, because it's oh my, or even vapes, but you can buy flavored liquor and things like that. People have talked about that across so many times, it's made my brain bleed backwards. All right. But here in the year of our Lord 2026, bringing this up like it's the hottest fucking take of all time.
Except now at the federal level, now it's been effectively decriminalized. And half of the states have decriminalized it too. It's an untenable legal situation, so they had no choice. They probably didn't want to, because they're a bunch of hypocrites. Why would they keep them legal? The United States is a massive producer of tobacco. It is a massive producer of various distilled beverages. Breweries, wineries, literal liquor distilleries, they're all over the place. I've seen them proliferate in my own home state of Vermont, for example. You would not believe it. It's become a gigantic muscle of alcohol. It's all over the place. I can't even count the number of wineries that are up there. There were none of them before. There were a couple of breweries.
We'll skip one more time. And 10:35.
Reason for you to get involved. And as far as the older generations, judging the younger generations for using pot or something like that. Dude, no, you never smoked pot at Woodstock. No, when you were there, you were the party teetotaler. I'm so sure of this. You were the party pot at Woodstock. No, when you were there, you were the party teetotaler. No, when you were there, you were the party teetotaler. I'm so sure of this.
Gentlemen,
that makes
we got him. Absolutely blown the fuck out. 6 Hexen Hammer. Holy hell. I've never even heard Josh Moon's voice break that bad. Who's he trying to fight? I think he's trying to not fight himself. God. Yeah, the Dems have no rudder. One. Okay, I swear this will be it.
All right, everyone. We start off today talking about how the Democratic Party is effectively rudderless. It's like looking at a ship that's been really, really battered by a storm. It no longer has a rudder, no longer has a captain. That much is clear for the Democrats. And half the crew has abandoned ship. They got on the rowboats and left because they're like, screw this shit. This is how the Democratic Party is fundamentally operating at the moment. Like, look, do you have a leader? Your leader is effectively Chuck Schumer. Is that really the captain that you want? Is that really the person
That's the captain I want
to guide the boat? I don't even think that he could even steer a ship. Steering wheel? What's this thing? That would be basically what's happening with the Democrats right now. Okay, you've got Joe Biden. He would, under normal circumstances...
Yes, precisely that. So Sticks glazes Trump and Israel all whilst wearing a has-been hotel t-shirt. And, you know, even over the course of 2, 3, 4 days, even with all the YouTube money he's making, for some reason, you can't just grab a new fucking t-shirt. Sticks, I'm the captain now, for fucking sure, right? Yeah, he's a fucking phony. They're all a bunch of fucking phonies. I do support Famtix. Here's another video of his.
All right, everyone. Some people appear to believe that I have embraced Islam as a result of my support for ending the war in Persia, in Iran. I wanted to make it 100% abundantly clear. I oppose every organized religion. Islam is one of them. And I don't care about the Mecca versus Medina conflict, which is something that 99% of people don't know anything about. They should probably study it. I
just love the title. He didn't even go back. Oh fuck! I misspelt that. Gotta go. Fix the typo. Nah, it's fine. No one's gonna go back and watch these anyway. This is not something to which you have pride with, you know. God, look at that freeze frame. Sticks still believes in his bird demon, Stolas. I think he's just afraid of looking like a dipshit. Imagine him coming forward and going, "Yeah, look, I don't actually believe in an owl demon." Nah, maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. All of these people desperately want one thing, and that's attention. So they'll do anything to get people to look at them again. Even if it's JF begging for women in his audience. Like, no one's watching JF. The guy the meme is that he killed his last wife. Dropped her off in the middle of the woods, and that was that. No woman's watching that and going, "Oh, wow, he's just so intellectually insightful." What happened? Everybody, I don't know what you would call it, but everyone, to a certain extent, will believe their own bullshit. Will eventually begin to believe the same garbage that they're spewing. Even though they know, like, without a doubt, that they're completely full of shit. The dopamine hits from the parasocial relationship is just so important to these people. They're willing to do anything in order to keep the views and the support coming in, right? Even if it means giving ice cold political takes while wearing a Has-Been Hotel t-shirt. Yeah, getting high on their own supply. Exactly. Stand up and stretch for a second. Shit. Where are we at? We're at 2.5 hours. Rusty, man. I feel like I've been sitting here for like 6 hours already. All right. I think we move on, right? Well, thank you, Stone Mexican Guy. That was fantastic. Yeah, for sure, I would unironically watch that. Him like cooking in his kitchen as he's just saying ridiculous, stupid Reddit tier bullshit, like with just what would you have it with Surfer and his schizo ramblings, and that'd be a good show, unironically. Let's see. All right, Jonathan Greenblatt. Here's a human being that is fun to dislike. We had got a minute and 9 seconds, 109. Imagine that.
Seventh grader who for 2 years was mercilessly bullied, harassed, and
severe anti-Semitism and harassment at this Colorado middle school.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to that student?
It's a crazy case. We had a seventh grader who for 2 years was mercilessly bullied, harassed, and physically assaulted, and the school did nothing. Literally, the school heard from the student, heard from the parents. The Boulder police had to be called in at one point when his classmates tied a cord around his neck like a noose, yanked him back onto the floor. This is a middle school student, and the words that they use I can't repeat on air, but it was a pattern of behavior, and so, yeah, we're suing the school.
This is so sad. They played a game called Jew Touch Tag?
Yeah, Jew Tag, where, again, this kid was harassed incessantly by his classmates, and the school did nothing. So we filed this case. I'm glad Boulder Valley District School System's already reached out to us. But proof's in the pudding. Like, I want to see every teacher get trained to make sure that, again, they don't accept anti-Semitism. Because I don't think if this was a student of any other ethnicity, any other religion, this would have been tolerated.
You know, would it have been tolerated on the Gaza Strip by a Palestinian? Huh? This game sounds fun. Yeah, but Greenblatt's really the worst, man. I can't stand that fucking guy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Are we gonna watch a compilation of clips from the Keno Casino? 2.5 minutes. Oh, it's 3 minutes long, something like that. So, they have found the quartering just one of the most fascinating things that has ever walked the planet Earth. They can't shut the fuck up about it. They love the quartering. I cannot find this man entertaining enough to follow. But I guess it's sort of like being gay. Anyway.
White girls raped anally. 250,000 young white girls.
Okay, Jared, go ahead. The 250,000
That's
young white.
right. Jer. That's what they're calling quartering now. Is Jer. Really funny stuff, guys. We're very not only impressed but inspired by things like that. So Jer.
Girls, go ahead.
The goal
Daddy,
here.
tell me a bedtime story. I want the rape crisis one, Daddy. Tell it again. Tell it again. Let it go.
Viciously.
They weren't just raped. They were raped anally. Okay, you gotta let him finish this. You gotta bring him back. They were all of them were raped anally, by the way.
I need a bottle.
No,
Which is, obviously the goal here. 250,000 young white girls raped anally, viciously, with glass bottles as young as 6 years old.
Glass bottles.
Oh, my bad.
So
getting into the details of this will change you. Now, in this segment, I'm going to try.
I've been holding it a piss for an hour. This is gonna fucking make me lose it, dude. Holding it a piss for an hour.
When you rape upon a star, you may wonder where you are.
Some of the more just graphic stuff,
Wait, stop.
I'm going to leave out of the segment so that
Hopefully more children can see the rape news.
Yeah, the family-friendly rape segment.
okay,
It's just
so,
a wholesome family-friendly
go.
rape segment. The rape crisis.
The American media is dead silent.
It's gonna make it to YouTube Kids, I'm pretty sure. I think it'll...
The iPad kids are gonna be watching this.
Yeah, so parents know to put on the video called The Rape Crisis to watch it with their kids.
was
Now,
thinking,
kids, this is why
Fat
rape is
Albert?
cowabunga uncool, Mikey.
Why
Hey,
you-
kids, gather around. It's time for the Rape Crisis video by The Quartering. Oh, boy, the Rape Crisis. Like,
One of these girls got raped. I'm gonna piss myself. I gotta pee, man. Okay, I'll run.
Listen
I'm
to
gonna
this.
hold it. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
which is, obviously
trying.
the goal here.
That was a great compilation. I might actually watch Kino Casino now, so thank you. Worski's VR porn addiction. Nice work. Thank you for clipping that out. Now that I know this is the type of content that Kino Casino has been doing, I didn't realize we had content to watch. So I'll definitely have to tune in whenever they have their begging segments. All right, we're right. Oh, here we go.
Buy my hats. Boy, you guys are idiots. Rage pig bad. Look, it's a dancing pudding. You suckers will eat anything I shit out.
The sector alive and well. The battle of Jim's driveway still ahead of us. Yeah, here we go. I got something. I'm just browsing the some of the random tweets I had set aside. And this has been the new thing for 2026. Everyone brags about internet lawsuits. Now we like to, as if it makes us tough guys, bragging about lawsuits on the internet. Thinking of filing a civil suit. So every dime an hour he makes crafting license plates in the prison shop goes to me for my suffering. No commissary money for Tomas. I don't know who that is. This fellow here points out, how about getting a job, nigga? Like bagging groceries, like your superfan Gator. That'd be a good start. These people have lied to themselves over the years, thinking that they're above normal work that you and me have to go to do. But now everyone likes to play tough guy on the internet. The back traced, you know, the what I'm talking about, that guy. We back traced it. Everyone's that guy now. Here we go. So I saw this. This is what made me kind of go, huh? Mersh? Oh no, it's just Jim. Swatted again. Police and sheriff showed up. He didn't spell check. Fucking typo. Fucking cancer. Showed up. This happens right after I mocked the SWATter's e-girlfriend and they privated their timeline and deleted posts. Then the SWAT happens. I told law enforcement that Elaine Miller, Trocow, was more likely involved because they are clout chasing roasty. LOL. Since the original SWATter got 4 years as a plea, this could be considered retaliation and could affect his sentence. They're passing the info on to the DOJ, feds, and setting up the interview. Took 5 minutes of my time. Cops were great. Gonna barbecue tonight since unlike Elaine's prison boyfriend, I'm a free man and a winner. Tell me this, guys. If a guy has to call himself a winner, is he? Does this sound like something a winner writes? Took 5 minutes of my time. Cops were great. You can tell his nose is in the air. Like the pretentious way people talk. Gonna barbecue tonight since unlike Elaine's prison boyfriend, I'm a free man and a winner, LOL. And then posts a picture of notorious Pac-Man cheater Billy Mitchell. Hot sauce salesman and grifter Billy Mitchell. A man credibly accused of cheating at a video game. Take a look at this. Like, this is sad. Like, JF's post begging for pussy is less pathetic than this. The only way to win is not to play. Yeah, I saw this post and thought to myself, man, this is some faggoty bullshit. This is some faggoty nonsense. Thank God I don't say shit like this. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Billy Mitchell again. I would love to know who his sponsor was. This is the type of bullshit we're seeing from political grifters now, or just grifters, online grifters. Somebody know who his lawyer is? Like, go be a faggot somewhere else, Billy Mitchell. Jesus Christ. You should be out in front of a grocery store selling hot sauce. No one wants to see these posts. Yeah, I was watching something. What you said reminded me of something I was checking out yesterday. I only meant that regarding podcast inflated egos, where they say how genius or how winning they are. Yeah, man, I was watching something with a guy I'd never heard, like in passing. Okay, I've heard in passing of this comedian named Andrew Schulz, right? The first I've ever heard of him was, oh, he's the guy playing Dan in Street Fighter. Imagine that. That's fucking sad, right? But listening to this guy talk about himself, like the way he truly believes, he's like a groundbreaking comedian. Like, he's so full of his own shit. It's entertaining just watching the lack of self-awareness. Like, there isn't any sort of any level of, the word for down to earth, right? He's just so up his own ass. Like, listen to this guy talk about how he's like changing the game right now, and by using a bunch of recycled fucking jokes that I've heard other comedians tell before. Yeah, Andrew Schulz, this guy fucking sucks. And he really thinks that he's just like this genius. Ooh. Are we still good? All right. This genius comedian that is changing the name of the game right now. And it's like, listen to them blow smoke up their own ass, and they don't even realize that they're not convincing the other person at all. Like, they just have him on because of the dude's name. But you really start to see it from everywhere from somebody that gets professional gigs, like your Andrew Schulz. He gets like a room full of maybe 100 people, and then turns up the volume so it sounds like there's tons and tons of people there, but you can look out in the audience and see that he has about as many people there as a Green Day cover band. And Styx Hexenhammer is a perfect example of this coming out, but coming out pronounced in somebody that his entire life has fallen apart. I'm really, you got to put your priorities in check, man. Sometimes you got to go spend time with your family, or go out and work. You can't always go and grift on the internet. If you don't have anything to say, don't show up, But these guys are so desperate for an opportunity to shake their donation bucket. Like, who's a good guy? He's not good. Aaron Imholt, Steel Toe Morning Show. He'll stream twice a day, 5 times a week. Right? So that's 10 streams a week. And not because he has something he wants to say and he's, hey, it has a, maybe some journalism, for lack of a better word. Like, he came across something and wants to, no, he gets the opportunity to beg people for money. So that's why he's online. It's not that he has anything to say or he wants to, they get a load of this guy. Yeah, Steel Toe is awful. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's how I feel about Ben Shapiro too. He's just a person that feels that he's too good to work. There's a video I watched a while back of him playing Fortnite, and it was just the most boomer shit. Like, he couldn't even control a character using a controller. Couldn't play Fortnite. Him and let's take a look real quick. God, 6X and Amber just looks like actual cancer. Michael, no. Alright, this might take a second.
Political campaigns used to be won and lost by radio ads.
Okay.
Then TV ads.
Let's
then
just
it
let this
became
play. We'll see what-
podcasts, and now we have arrived
Just see what I mean.
at the most powerful political art form of our time, the edit. The edit. The producers have compiled the very tippity-top Gen Z right-wing political edits. Take it away.
But it's all right. I'll get another one in London.
London? Is that your village?
Yes. It's a very big village.
What's it like?
Well, it's got streets filled with carriages, bridges over the rivers, and buildings as tall as trees.
I'd like to see those things.
You will.
How?
We're going to build them here. We'll show your people how to use this land.
Yeah, gravy train work. Oh, I'm gonna watch Pocahontas for the first time because people care about my perspective. Get a load of this fucking guy. I've been trying to learn a couple of Alice in Chains songs, so I'm still working on it. The audio's not set up very well. I've been writing a few songs, but I've been taking a break the last couple of weeks.
It just plays on the ever diminishing attention span of modern people, especially younger people. So you just have to have the rapid sound and the constantly changing
Not
pictures.
yet, no.
You know, you can't have like a 15-minute intro. So that was weak. I get the setup, but they should have done the setup in like 4 seconds. Okay, next one.
But the Illuminati aren't just represented by pyramids, they're also represented by an eye. And what do eyes do? They see. Just like the Mediterranean Sea, or Syria, or like we mentioned earlier, the Red Sea. That's our second triangle, the triangle of eyes.
Shouldn't this guy have a Walmart vest on?
The triangle of pyramids and the triangle of eyes together, what do you get? 2 triangle star. And what country lies in the middle of the star? Israel. And guess what Israel's national flag looks like? Exactly.
He's even bored trying to pretend like he's bored. Not bored. And it's just fucking awful. But yeah, him, Ben Shapiro, they're just making slop content that doesn't actually have a point or a perspective or a reason for existing. Just a bunch of shit to place ads in front of. We'll do it, man. Probably what I spend a lot of my free time doing is just jamming out, playing music. Still trying to sound better, you know. Yeah, no, Michael Knowles fucking sucks. I had a video in mind from the last time I was going to do a stream, but I completely forgot what it was of his, and it did not come to me. Yeah. Noodle is no longer with us. But she's happy. Alright. So let's go through the notes again. Yeah, so the Fuentes and Hunter Biden interview, I definitely want to watch that at some point. There are a lot of clips of that out and about. It's alright. She lived a happy life. Oh yeah, of course we had Netanyahu show up earlier today to give Trump his marching orders. Came in, I'm heading out now to a meeting with our friend President Donald Trump. And our 8th meeting since he was elected to his 2nd term, more than with any other. Fuck off. The only thing you need to respond to this guy with is a picture of Andros from Star Fox. Yeah, she was pretty old. She was getting pretty old. I mean, really though, does that not look just like him? Picture of him there. Video of him there.
עם הנשיא טראמפ, ואחר כך להשתתף בטקס ההשכבה
Side by side, like I couldn't tell you if I closed my eyes, opened them back up, and I was looking at the picture of him and then the picture of Andros, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. What I did find funny about that is it seemed to dig at him a little bit. He seems to not respond very well to being told he looks like the bad guy from Star Fox. Alright. Yeah, so here was something interesting that I came across. So I had DMs with Coach Red Pill, right? He would sometimes call into the show. A favorite of the show, right? A friend of the show. And they posthumously deleted and banned Coach Red Pill from Twitter. So my DMs with the guy, like, hey, let's jump on this show. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. You know, they just went out and deleted my DMs with him. That account that I had with him, which was his regular account suspended. Some real dirty shit, bro. Some real dirty shit. Go fuck yourself, Elon Musk. Especially considering, like, he was a journalist that was murdered, captured, and tortured and executed by the Ukrainian government, an American citizen, and never really made the news again. He was like the Franz Ferdinand, so to speak, of the Ukrainian war in our time right now. and they just kind of swept it up under the rug. And then on top of that, after this American journalist, a citizen journalist, being captured, tortured, executed, then they deleted his account off the internet. And that's some Soviet Union level delete everyone from the fucking internet, or from the world. I do not like that at all. Elon Musk, you are a coward and a fag. Go fuck yourself. It's a shitty thing to do to a man who didn't have it coming. Obese Tuna 3164 with 10 pounds. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Well, fragile men don't typically have fragile egos, you know? Yeah, brutal and unfair. Absolutely how I see it. Wait till a man is dead, then delete his account. So no one can talk about how he was executed, captured, executed by a foreign government. Just ban him and pretend he never existed. Loomer interviewed Zelensky this month. Did she really? She looks fucked up, man. I'm not even trying to be funny. She looks like Jigsaw. Like I thought it was a joke. I thought the pictures of her were like photoshopped. No, those are pictures of Laura Loomer. Exactly. Coach is banned, but all of the anti-American commies that support terrorism, that's okay. There's no consistency to anything at all. The Sector City mock-ups are amazing. I love them. Here we go. Let's check this out real quick.
Cannot be helped, cannot be saved, totally beyond. What at that point even are you supposed to say? And you say, wow, Goyim are subhuman. Like the Goyim cannot be helped, cannot be saved, totally beyond. What at that point even are you supposed to say?
Go fuck yourself. That's what it says. Lindsey Graham celebrating, getting the war going. What else do we have? Yeah, Iran's official account tweeted out this AI Lego video. Go ahead. Let that
Netanyahu's dead. Trump is a pedophile. Don't you forget. You marketed fear and sold it to the working class. Facts. Promised them the world, gave them nothing but gas. Your voters lost their jobs, their health, their home. It's the stock market though. Yeah, for people with portfolios and second homes and loans. BB pulls the strings and you perform the dance. Good boy. Guys are burning while you clap and chant. You call it peace deals. We call it what it is. Genocide shit. Blood on the hands of your whole administration's beers. From Iran, we're watching every move you make. Seal. Every child killed is a lie. You'll never shake. You threaten us on Twitter like we tremble and fold. Nah, son, Iran don't get threatened. Iran just gets cold. United States of Israel.
Netanyahu's dead.
Trump is a pedophile. Don't you forget.
I love that hook.
Netanyahu's dead.
Trump is a pedophile. Don't you forget.
Oh, that's just yeah. And Bibi is at the White House right now. Did you guys know? I need to find the article for this, but Netanyahu and his wife bring their literal dirty laundry with them in suitcases so they can make the Secret Service do their laundry for them. I'm 100% serious. There's an article about it somewhere. And maybe White House. This is exactly, what the founders of America, the Sons of Liberty, this is what they fought so hard for, so that the President of the United States can, like a lapdog, bend over backwards to serve the head of another nation. But when it comes to the American people and serving them, has he done a single fucking thing? Israel's Netanyahu brings his dirty laundry to Washington, literally, according to the Washington Post. The Netanyahus are the only ones who bring actual suitcases of dirty laundry for us to clean. It became clear this was intentional. Oh, like they brought it on accident. No, they're displaying their dominance over you and this American political system. Because they know no one's going to do jack shit about it. Jack shit. Yeah, they make Secret Service wash their laundry for them. Really let that sink in. Oh, this is so go America, who else is celebrating the 4th of July right now while they're reflecting upon an article like this one? It's actually as bad as everyone thought it was, that they're worshiping child sacrificing demons from another dimension. Leave that up on screen. And keep in mind, they've killed millions of people in the last couple of years. Because they're because they didn't leave fast enough. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Them having cucks in the Secret Service and in Trump's administration is by design. Not a doubt about it. All right. Is this the one with... Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Alright, guys, I think I'm calling it a night. Where do we get? 3 hours in. I'll try to stream more often. I'm trying to avoid streaming when I have nothing to say. Let it build up a little bit so I can have a good laugh or two. Me too. I have that, Trump is a pedophile. It's so catchy. But not, hey, it was nice, seeing everybody. I'm going to aim for Mondays at either like 12:30 or 1 a.m. Same as tonight. So, with any sort of luck, I'll be back next week with another midnight show. So, enjoy life. Have a good fucking time, right? Because look at the amount of bullshit we gotta get through just to get to the next day. Huh? So anyway, guys, be yourselves. You might find yourselves by yourselves. And anybody can learn from their own mistakes, but it takes a wise guy like yourself
Making your
to learn
way
from
in the
mistakes
world
made
today
by
takes
others.
everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel run the cat up by its tail, and your third fiance didn't show.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
He looks so happy.
If you roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And you shrink right off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl.
Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Look at this bag.
Also, I was looking in the garbage for some food.
Hi. Oh my God! Everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name.
I'd have to ask. I'm sure they'd be fine with it.
I don't think you guys realize. I mean, I've seen America First a few times, but I'm not exactly like. I'm not like a fan of you. I won't consider you a friend. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. All right, one more. One more. Here we go.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life with Mentos Fresh do. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better. Mentos freshness. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Protecting his home after being attacked by invaders. What a bad guy. What a bad guy.
Yo, he took my seed, said I ain't fit to be a dad social services trippin' man. This whole thing is bad little Mickey struggling. Can a baller have some stash? Now I'm stuck in this cage, with nothing but this rash kiwi farms on my back. Writing lies on the net meanwhile. Writing lies on the net meanwhile. CP has took my crew, left me with nothing but regret is to watch our wife through the window. With that Aaron Dudeman, those spaghettios looking good. Wish I had some food April keeps bringing that white girl, says it's all for the best. But honestly, I miss our wife. How she put me to the testia. The kids looked ragged, clothes worn and hair unkempt, but hey, at least they had a roof. That's what really matters. Tempt me kiwi farms on my back, writing lies on the net meanwhile. CPS took my crew, left me with nothing but regret is to watch our wife through the window. With that Aaron Dudeman, those spaghetti is looking good, wish I had some food like in these prison bottles. Trying to get a buzz thinking about my fam. The life I used to fuzz, maybe I messed up. But that ain't no reason to hey, just give me back my kids, man. This ain't no debating. They took my seeds, said I wasn't fit, social workers tripping. Full of it got me locked up. Can't score my fix, but these fools ain't taking my kiwi farms, Lixnick Rikita. The misunderstood king spitting hot takes, while the haters cringe at church clothes dirty. Don't need your pearls, Saren, by spaghettios. That's what the world's for, our wife with Aaron. A sight to behold, better loving than that April mess. I'm told something on these bottles. Yeah, I'm down on my luck, but Jesus was a sinner. That really irks the Ducksnick Rikita. The misunderstood king spitting hot takes, while the haters cringe at church clothes dirty. Don't need your pearls, Aaron, by spaghettios. That's what the world's for. Locked up, can't score. This system's a joke, but kiwi farms tears. That's pure golden smoke took the kids. Said I ain't fit to be a dad while they starve in dirty clothes. That's just plain sad Nick Rikita. Misunderstood king spit and fire. Watch the haters cringe at church clothes. Nah, watch the haters cringe church clothes. Nah, they don't need that pearl clutching. Aaron throws in some spaghettios. That's enough, scrape the bottle. Yeah, I'm down on my luck, but at least our wife with Aaron. Things are stuck good, hotter than that April chick who needs that drama. Jesus a sinner, makes the trolls go manic Rikita. Seer makes the trolls go manic Rikita. Misunderstood, king spit and fire. Watch the haters cringe at church clothes. Nah, they don't need that pearl clutching. Aaron throws them some spaghettios. That's enough, busted by the fuzz. They say I ain't fit up the kids away. Now I'm full of spit, can't score my stash. Thanks to social deceit, but online, I'm a kid. Can't be beat. Can't be beat. Great kid, yeah. The misunderstood G spit and fire while the haters sieve kids in dirty clothes. That ain't my senior and heat spaghettios. That's all they need. I mean, watching our wife with Aaron. A love so true, better than that April mess. What I put up with, boom hoolic in these bottles. Yeah, I'm a downer for sure, but Jesus was a sinner. That's the Quranic Rikita. The misunderstood G spin fire while the haters sieve kids in dirty clothes. That ain't my senior eats spaghettios. That's all they need. I mean.
I forgot about all these.
Yo, it's your boy, back with a diss track, addressing the haters since the raid. The trolls be wild, infestating my craters, lost my kids.
Okay.
The fame arms, a breeding ground for wait and see. I'll rewrite my own history.
Pain is my product, my chaos, you see.
Okay, I've had enough. Alright, everybody. You have a good rest of your night. I'll be seeing you around. Have a good night.